Rihanna spoils son with $1,000 gift, the touching reason she calls her baby her entire world. Welcome to Popstar Daily. Get ready to have your heart absolutely melted, because what Rihanna just revealed about motherhood and her relationship with her children has left fans everywhere feeling all the emotions and falling even more in love with the superstar mogul. On November 8, 2025, news broke that Rihanna purchased an extravagant $1,000 gift for one of her sons, but it's not the price tag that has everyone talking. It's the deeply emotional and touching statement she made about how her baby has become her entire world that has resonated with parents and fans across the globe. This revelation offers a rare and beautiful glimpse into Rihanna's life as a mother of three, showing a side of the billionaire businesswoman and global icon that we don't often get to see, the devoted, loving parent who treasures her children above all the fame, fortune, and success she's accumulated throughout her incredible career. While Rihanna has always been protective of her children's privacy, choosing to share glimpses of motherhood on her own terms rather than constantly posting about her family life, these moments when she does open up about her experience as a parent are particularly precious and meaningful. The gift itself, the reasoning behind it, and especially her heartfelt words about how profoundly motherhood has changed her perspective on life and what truly matters have sparked emotional responses from fans who see a more vulnerable, tender side of the woman known for her fierce independence and unapologetic confidence. This story isn't just about a luxury purchase, it's about the transformation that happens when someone who has achieved everything society tells us to value discovers that the greatest joy and meaning comes from something entirely different. If you want to know all the details about Rihanna's touching gesture for her son and understand why her words about motherhood have everyone feeling emotional, you need to hit that like button immediately, subscribe to our channel for the most heartwarming celebrity stories, and turn on notifications so you never miss these special moments. Drop a comment below sharing your own thoughts on motherhood or how Rihanna's words affected you, and let's celebrate this beautiful side of her. Rihanna's journey into motherhood represents one of the most significant transformations in her life, fundamentally changing her priorities, perspective, and understanding of what brings genuine fulfillment and happiness. Before becoming a mother, Rihanna had already achieved virtually everything one could dream of in entertainment and business. She had sold hundreds of millions of records worldwide, won multiple Grammy Awards, headlined the Super Bowl halftime show, built a billion-dollar beauty empire with Fenty Beauty, revolutionized the lingerie industry with Savage X Fenty, and established herself as a fashion icon whose influence extended far beyond music. By any conventional measure of success, she had reached the pinnacle of achievement and had nothing left to prove. Yet interviews and statements from Rihanna since becoming a mother reveal that all those accomplishments, while meaningful and hard-earned, pale in comparison to the joy and sense of purpose she's found in raising her children with A$AP Rocky. Her first son was born in May 2022, and from the moment she announced her pregnancy by debuting her baby bump in that iconic street-style photoshoot in Harlem, she made clear that she would approach motherhood the same way she approaches everything else, on her own terms, without conforming to anyone else's expectations or rules. Rather than hiding her pregnancy or treating it as something to be concealed, she celebrated her changing body and continued living her life fully, attending events, running her businesses, and showing the world that pregnancy doesn't require women to diminish themselves or disappear from public life. When her second son arrived in August 2023, followed by the recent birth of her third child, Rihanna and A$AP Rocky have built a family while simultaneously maintaining their careers and creative pursuits, proving that parenthood doesn't mean abandoning your identity or passions. The $1,000 gift that Rihanna purchased for her son has captured attention not because of the price tag, after all, as a billionaire she could easily spend far more, but because of what it represents about her approach to parenting and the thoughtfulness behind the gesture. According to sources familiar with the purchase, the expensive gift wasn't a random luxury item bought simply because she could afford it, but rather something specifically chosen for her son's interests, development, or needs that Rihanna believed would genuinely benefit him or bring him joy. Details about the specific item haven't been fully disclosed out of respect for the family's privacy and to protect their children from becoming targets for excessive public attention or security concerns. However, insiders suggest the gift was educational or developmental in nature, reflecting Rihanna's commitment to providing her children with enriching experiences and tools that will support their growth and learning rather than just accumulating material possessions for the sake of luxury. This approach to gift-giving aligns with what friends and family members have shared about Rihanna's parenting philosophy. She wants her children to have access to the best of everything, but she's equally concerned with raising them to be grounded, kind, and appreciative rather than entitled or spoiled despite the immense wealth and privilege into which they've been born. The gift reportedly brought tremendous joy to her son, with Rihanna sharing with close friends how his excited reaction and genuine happiness made the purchase feel worthwhile regardless of cost. What's particularly touching about this story is how it illustrates that despite having access to anything money can buy, what matters most to Rihanna is seeing her children happy, engaged, and thriving, a sentiment that parents at every income level can relate to and understand. The deeply emotional statement that Rihanna made about her baby being her entire world has resonated powerfully with parents everywhere because it captures a universal truth about how profoundly children change our understanding of love, purpose, and what truly matters in life. According to those who heard Rihanna express these sentiments, she spoke with genuine emotion and vulnerability about how becoming a mother has shifted everything for her, giving her a sense of meaning and fulfillment that transcends all her professional accomplishments and public accolades. For someone who has been driven, ambitious, and focused on building an empire throughout her adult life, this admission that her greatest joy and sense of purpose now comes from her role as a mother represents a significant evolution in her values and priorities. Friends close to Rihanna have shared that she talks frequently about how her children have given her life new dimension and depth, how the love she feels for them is unlike anything she's experienced before, and how their needs and well-being have become the organizing principle around which everything else in her life now revolves. This doesn't mean she's abandoned her businesses or creative pursuits. Rihanna continues to run her companies and has recently been spotted filming what fans believe is a music video in Paris, but rather that these professional activities now exist in service of creating a legacy and providing for her family rather than being pursued for their own sake or for external validation. The statement about her baby being her entire world also reflects the intensity and all-consuming nature of parental love, particularly during those early years when children are completely dependent and require constant attention and care. Many parents, regardless of their circumstances, relate to that feeling of having your world suddenly revolve entirely around this tiny person who needs you and whom you love with an intensity that's almost overwhelming. The public response to Rihanna's touching words and generous gesture toward her son has been overwhelmingly positive, with fans expressing joy at seeing this softer, maternal side of the superstar and parents everywhere relating to the emotions she described about how children become your entire world. Social media has been flooded with heartfelt comments from followers sharing their own experiences of parenthood, how their children changed their lives, and how they appreciate Rihanna's willingness to be vulnerable about these deeply personal feelings despite her status as a global icon who could easily maintain a more guarded public persona. Many fans have expressed particular appreciation for how Rihanna balances protecting her children's privacy while still sharing enough about her experience as a mother to create connection and relatability with her audience. She doesn't post constant photos of her children's faces or exploit them for content, but she also doesn't completely hide the fact that motherhood is now central to her identity and joy. This balanced approach respects her children's right to privacy while also acknowledging that parenthood is a significant part of who she is and how she moves through the world. Parenting experts and child development specialists have praised Rihanna's approach of providing enriching experiences and thoughtful gifts while also emphasizing the emotional connection and love that matters far more than material possessions. The story has also sparked broader conversations about wealth, parenting, and how people at different economic levels express love for their children. While not everyone can afford $1,000 gifts, the underlying sentiment of wanting to provide for your children and seeing their happiness as your greatest joy transcends economic circumstances and unites parents across all backgrounds. The contrast between Rihanna's public persona as a confident, sometimes provocative pop star and businesswoman versus her role as a devoted, emotionally invested mother reveals the beautiful complexity of her identity and challenges simplistic narratives about who she is. Throughout her career, Rihanna has been known for her fierce independence, her unapologetic sexuality, her business savvy, and her refusal to conform to anyone's expectations about how a female artist should behave or present herself. She's pushed boundaries, sparked conversations, and built an empire through determination, talent, and strategic decision-making that has earned respect from business leaders and entrepreneurs far beyond the entertainment industry. Yet these qualities, ambition, confidence, independence, exist perfectly alongside her capacity for tender maternal love, vulnerability, and the willingness to center her life around her children's needs and happiness. This multidimensionality is something that women in particular can relate to, the reality that we contain multitudes, that being ambitious and driven doesn't preclude being deeply emotional and nurturing, that you can be both a boss and a mother without those identities conflicting. Rihanna's openness about how motherhood has become central to her sense of purpose while she continues pursuing her professional goals offers a model of integration rather than choosing between different aspects of identity. It also challenges outdated narratives that suggested women had to choose between career success and motherhood, or that being a devoted parent somehow diminishes professional ambition and capability. The way Rihanna has navigated this integration, continuing to run billion-dollar businesses while clearly prioritizing her children and speaking openly about how they've become her entire world, demonstrates that success and fulfillment can look many different ways and that there's no single correct path for how to balance professional ambition with family life. We want to hear from you. How did Rihanna's words about her baby being her entire world make you feel? If you're a parent, can you relate to that sentiment about how children fundamentally change your perspective on what matters most in life? Do you think Rihanna is setting a positive example for how to balance career success with devoted parenthood, or do you have a different perspective? For those who aren't parents yet, has seeing Rihanna's experience with motherhood changed how you think about potentially having children someday? Share your honest thoughts and personal experiences in the comments below, and let's have a beautiful conversation about love, parenthood, and what truly matters in life.